All right, Canada, here we go, baby. I'm so excited to welcome each and every one of you to our Canadian Momentum call. Let us know what province you're coming in from. Maybe you're joining us from British Columbia or Alberta. Maybe you're coming in from Saskatchewan or Manitoba or Ontario like me, Quebec, the Maritimes, anywhere in between. Maybe you're a Viking out east. Welcome. I just want to let you know that we are so grateful that you're here. Now, tonight isn't just another Zoom night. It's a reminder that something truly special is happening across our country. If you agree with me, drop me a 1 in the comments. If you feel what I am feeling here, guys, we are doing some epic stuff together here as our country. And we're bringing Canadians together who really, truly believe in something bigger than ourselves. Leaders who believe in collaboration over freaking competition. Leaders who believe in bringing people back to the wisdom of nature and helping families reclaim their beautiful health, creating financial sovereignty while doing the meaningful work. I mean, I'm here at the lake all summer long. I am just absolutely grateful. This industry has created a sovereignty and a freedom that, man, I can't even put into words. Being able to be here with my family all summer long, being at the lake. Anybody else that's a Pisces, we love the water. And being able to travel anywhere in this world for the other 6 months out of the year, for me, that's the part for me that I love about this industry. It's given us that by being able to do the good work and bringing people back into the wisdom of Mother Nature. My goodness. That's what this movement is all about. Do you enjoy freedom? If freedom is important to you, drop me a 2 in the comments. If you're feeling that. One of my favorite sayings is proximity is power. And when we get into rooms like this, even though it's online, we grow faster because we're learning from people who are literally doing the work. Okay? There's another kind of power that's equally important, and that's the power of unity. And Canada has, and I'm just going to mute some people here. Canada has a really beautiful opportunity right now, my loves. We're not building isolated teams, okay? We're building one Canadian community that supports one another, that celebrates each other, and that shares wisdom and things that work. I really do not believe in gatekeeping. Anybody else agree with me? Drop me a 3 in the comments. I don't believe in that crap. People who live from abundance, they understand that there is more than enough opportunity for everyone. You don't like something? Change it. There's no shortage of success ever. At least that's my mindset. And when you think you create, what you create, you experience. There is no shortage of customers. There is no shortage of impact. Okay? And I really want you guys to take that to heart. The leaders who create the lasting legacies, I will tell you, they're the ones who will lift each other as they climb. You might make people uncomfortable. Good. Because we're not here to just exist. We are here to thrive. And that's what the culture is that we're creating here. And that is something that I absolutely love. If someone succeeds in this room, Canada succeeds. We have that 1% founders pool opportunity, and that is absolutely incredible. So we want everybody to succeed. If one province grows, we all grow. If someone figures out something that works, it's because together we can become stronger than any of us could have done alone or in a segregated group. Do you agree with me? Okay. Maybe that's something different that you guys are not used to. If you have come from other companies, well, you know what? We're doing something different here. And that's why these momentum calls matter. And one thing that has become so incredibly clear is that Vital Health has given us the greatest opportunities that I have seen in this profession. And you're already seeing this. What a wonderful day to learn about retail because we're starting to see these incredible retail bundles coming out. Did you guys see the retail bundles today? Yeah? Yeah? This if you knew how excited I got, I literally started crying because this was everything. This is such an exciting season because this company continues to give us tool after tool that we need to build a sustainable, abundant business that just keeps serving. And we can do this through serving customers. Maybe you've heard me say this before, but you can't take your rank to the bank, sweetheart. Okay? Customers, though, I'm looking at all of you. Customers create lasting businesses. Write that down. And we're building a community of people who love these products, who reorder them, who experience transformation, who tell others. And this is how you create long-term residual income, my loves. And our compensation plan rewards customer acquisition in such a powerful way, more than what I've ever seen in my 9 years in this industry. With a retail compensation ranging from 50 to 90%, are you kidding me? That is extraordinary. And it's why we're learning from leaders who have mastered retail. And this is going to be one of the most impactful and valuable things that we can learn. So those of you who are on here tonight, if you see your teammates are not on here, send them a message and be like, you got to get on this call. That brings me to our incredible speaker tonight, our incredible leader. I have the absolute honor to introduce someone who has been such an incredible asset in our Canadian momentum, in our Canadian market. I'm looking right at you, girl. Christy Price is not only a beautiful diamond leader here, but she's a devoted mom to 2 amazing boys and has spent nearly 17 years building this profession. And she's done that with consistency and integrity and heart. She leads by example. She has a beautiful team, an abundant team. And she understands what it takes to really build customer relationships and create duplication and grow a beautiful business that lasts. And her team is absolutely exploding because they have embraced customer retail acquisition that you're going to learn tonight. And she's so generously sharing exactly what's been working for her. I know you guys are going to walk away with these practical strategies and a beautiful belief and a whole new perspective on what's possible. So grab your notebooks. I want to see that you got your notebooks, okay? Don't just take this in because there is no point of just listening and not actually implementing it. Okay? You can be on call after call. If you ain't implementing it, you ain't doing crap for yourself. Right? So you're gonna grab your notebook, remove any distraction that you have. Okay? Lean in because this baby is gonna give you the most amazing training. So let's hear it. Let's have this beautiful, let's give this Canadian leader what us Canadians do and give her a round of applause and welcome our amazing diamond leader, Christy Price. Yay!
Aw, Sarah, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I appreciate it very much. I'm excited to be here. And like Sarah, I am so happy we have the retail bundles now that we can offer our clients. Oh my goodness. When I seen that, I was like, wow, this is going to be fantastic because of course we're doing the call tonight and we can share them with everyone. But I just wanted to kind of go over my process so you guys can see if this works for you. Everybody's different. I totally understand that. But how I train my team is everybody is a customer, everyone. It doesn't matter if they're your neighbor, they're the gas station attendant, they're the guy that fed you at the restaurant, the chef. It doesn't matter. Everybody is a customer. And I talk to everyone because there is no reason why you can't convert whoever you're talking to your customer and help them either get healthy, succeed in the business, or just be overall happy with the community that we have. So I go for everyone as a customer. I do a lot of trade shows. Corey, if you're on here, make sure you unmute when I do it, when I request you, because I'm going to need you later for a little role play. And then that should be good. Sorry, I had to call on her because I didn't have time to text her earlier. But so yeah, so trade shows are where I started. I do a lot of them. I'm actually doing one this week from Wednesday to Sunday, which is awesome. But I find that the biggest asset that I have doing shows like that, or even meeting people in it, you always pre-book your appointments. So, and what I mean by that is I'm going to a show this week. So I started booking appointments for this show last week so that I had every single 15-minute slot booked the entire time I'm at the show. I'm doing it with a new person, so I'm helping him get set up and going and all that kind of stuff. So I can't anticipate that he's going to book all these appointments. But I don't want to be sitting there doing nothing for, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. So I'm going to make sure that we have all the appointments. Obviously, we could get some walk ups as well, but most of the time, you're going to get all your sales from the people that you pre-booked. So I have everyone booked except for Saturday. I still have 2 spots if you know anyone. But other than that, I have pre-booked appointments all the way from tomorrow at noon until Sunday at 8 p.m. So it's absolutely amazing. How I pre-book them, Trish. So I put the slides per se, the poster that I create, and with a little blurb of, how we're awesome into every single group that is related to that show. So this is the Westerner show. So it's in Red Deer. So it's like the small Calgary Stampede, something like that. So that's where I put it. And then I go for Leduc and Edmonton and Beaumont and Calgary, pretty much everywhere that is there. Moms groups, those are the hugest ones that you can get, because what mom isn't looking to either get their kids healthy, get themselves healthy, their husbands, their moms, their sisters, whoever it is. Moms are the best ones because they're advocates for themselves and the rest of their family. So it's nice to get into those groups because you can build huge relationships with them as well while you're in there, talking to them. They're going to ask you questions, they're going to post stuff, all that kind of thing. So most of my sales
Armin's
per
asking a
se
lot of questions.
oh most of my sales per se that I've had since April of last year have been from Facebook. So I don't know how to use the other one platforms very good at that, to be honest. That's why I use Facebook the most. Instagram, I'm starting to get okay with that, but Facebook's where it is. My kids say I'm old because I use Facebook. I don't care. That's the way it is. So I find that the easiest way to get clients is because you don't like, I couldn't go meet, say, Trisha in Vancouver. I am in Okotoks right now. So there's no way I can do that. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be back in Red Deer. So I can do all of those over Zoom. I can do the meetings over Zoom. I can have someone that I know, because most in every single province, I have at least one person that I can send to do a scan if I need to. And then they can go over that, they'll send me the report. I can go over that report with them if I need to. Most of the time, I just tell them what they need. They'll purchase it. They're ready to go. But I'd say 85% of my business is customers and the rest is a team. So it works out quite well because you get paid every single week. And like Sarah said, 50 to 90% commission on customers. Are you kidding me? Where else are you going to go to get that? You're not. There is no possible way you're going to get that any other way in any other company. And I'm not saying that to, gloat for Vital Health. It's just the way it is. You can look at any single one. So that's number one, is pre-booking the appointments before you get there. So get a spreadsheet. I use Excel because I don't know how to use the other stuff. I'm not techie at all. So I use Excel. I put every single appointment, I like all the times in there, 15 minutes apart. If they're new people that you're doing it with, do it for half an hour for them, because sometimes they don't know that they start talking to them and they don't know that they're supposed to move on. So always book half an hour for the new people, but I do mine in 15 minutes. I have at the shows 92.6% close rate of every single person that is there. So on average, I usually see in between 30 and 70 clients per day that I'm there, and those ones I can close. So I might get one or two people that they want to look it over, whatever it is, or some sort of objection that they can't do it, they can't afford it, whatever it is that they won't, I can't overcome that objection, which is fine. But most of them I can close on the spot, and I have an 85% retention rate. So every single person that has ordered from me continues to order from me again. So you just have to follow up with them. Make sure that they're on your email distribution list. Make sure you text them 2 weeks after they have ordered to ensure that they got their products or they know how to track it if they haven't. As we know in Canada, the shipping is, well, not the best. So we have to make sure that our clients are getting the products as well. So I have mine that get my son created it for me, but it's just a program that I can put in my calendar and it'll show me, okay, so Sarah ordered on, I don't know what day it is today, but July 5th. And so then 2 weeks after that, it will pop up in my phone to text that person. So then I always have them. And as soon as I enter them in the computer to do the scan, I already have them. So then I can put them in, get all their information, all that kind of stuff, and send them out reminders. I also have their birth date and everything else on the scanner intake forms, so I can send them, set up the distribution list for their emails. So I can send them happy birthday emails. I can send them, welcome. Some people will tell you I'm buying a house in 90 days, whatever it is, or my grandkid is, or my grandson is going to be born, that sort of thing. So you can put that in your calendar so that it reminds you. And people, like, they'll remember you for that because they're like, oh my God, she remembers that my daughter had a grandson on April 5th or whatever it is. So that way they refer other people to you. Most of the client base will come from the client that you already have referring you to someone else. So customers are great customer getters for you because they find so much success themselves that they like to talk to their friends. They don't necessarily want to build a business, but they want to talk about that to, Sally or Joe or whoever that they're and tell them about their experience. So for one example, we have collagen is my bestseller. I love collagen and the detox pack. But collagen, she had such bad skin and it was incredibly bad when I seen her. And she was on the taking the collagen for 3 weeks. She sent me pictures and posted them literally everywhere. Two of them I had to get her to take down because they were very much not compliant. But that's okay. But she sent them all to her friends and everybody else. From that, just that one customer, I got 6 more customers from that. So that's the way you always want to ensure that you can do that. Getting customers out of groups and stuff like that is, I find, if you're not at a trade show, the next best way, unless of course you're face to face, but some people are busy. They can't go out and see people all the time. They don't want to go see people all the time, whatever the reason. So getting into those groups and just starting a conversation with them. You don't have to go in there and be like, hey, I have the best collagen, because no one's going to talk to you. If you do that, they're going to know that you're a sales rep. You want to go in there and talk to them like I'm talking to you guys. Like, how was your day? Did you go to the beach today? That sort of thing. Start conversations with them, and ultimately it will lead, because everyone will ask, so what do you do? Because that's just part of conversation. And then you say, oh yeah, I work for Vital Health. And they'll be like, oh, what's Vital Health? Because most people in Canada haven't even heard of us yet. So when they say what's Vital Health, you can say whatever you like. I usually say, we're a new company to Canada. We have incredible products. We can always talk about that at another time, but let's get back to talking to you. And as soon as you do that, you take the onus off of you're trying to sell them something. And then they say, no, can you tell me more about what you do? And then that opens the door. You can tell them whatever you want. But if I was to just keep talking, then they would be like, oh yeah, another sales rep, because I'm sure you guys are the same. Everybody in your DMs they have something to sell you, or they have a new company or whatever it is that they want to share with you. So that's just I find the best way to do that anyways. But Corey, are you available? If you are, can you unmute yourself? I can't see you because I'm on my phone because my dog wrecked my computer.
I'm here. I just pulled into my truck
Okay, good.
home.
So you're gonna
So
do something with me. Um,
okay.
okay, so that's good. So can you be my customer? I was going to do this with Pam, but she's not on here that I can see. So you're gonna have to do it with me. And I know I didn't forgot you were working today, so it's okay, it doesn't matter. But anyways, okay. So be my customer and give me objections not like actual reasonable objections. And we'll do like a 2 minute, this is how you close the sale. And then we can move on to questions and stuff like that if you guys have them. But I just want to, so you guys can see it. I've done multiple shows with Corey and she's fantastic at closing. So she'll know kind of what usually the objections are that we get, because we work pretty much the same way. So it'll be great. So we're on a call right now. And hey, Corey, it was so nice to meet you. I'm so excited to talk to you about that we got to talk today. And I just wanted to go over a few things with you. Do you have time right now?
I only have a couple minutes.
That's all right. I only need a couple minutes. So what interested you the most about what you've seen today?
I was a little surprised just the results of the cardio.
Fair enough. And did you know that you had cardio issues before?
No, I didn't. So
Oh,
that's why it surprises me.
fair enough. Well, that's great. And did you have time to go over the rest of the scan?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, great. So based on the product recommendations that I gave to you when I see you earlier, which of those products do you think would be the most beneficial to you?
Well, I have to tell you that I don't have a lot of money right now, so I don't know if this is a great time for me.
That's totally fair. Getting, back into a health regimen and stuff like that can definitely add up. These products, I can tell you, are definitely worth every dime. If you get in and start on, say, a detox line, we can start clearing your pathways, getting you all set, and then we can add in additional products later if you choose. Is that something that you can start with?
So why do you feel that I need a detox?
I think everyone should start with a detox because we want to make sure that everything in your system is working so that it can take in the nourishment that we're going to give you later. So, starting with a detox line just clears all your pathways, it gets everything going, and it's going to give you a lot of oomph, in my opinion, once you get going. So, I always recommend a detox line first, and I think that would be what I would start you with just based on your budget and what we talked about today.
Okay, what does that budget look like? What would that cost me?
So I would recommend you get on the organics, the iterin, the detox tea, and the glutathione. So total, that would be, I have no idea what that is off the top of my head, but pretend it's $200. So that's going to be $200-ish. And these are in US prices. So they are a little bit more expensive, but once you do the detox line the first month, the second month, we can probably add in the Vasculux and stuff like that to help with your cardio and reduce some of the stuff you're using for the detox. Does that sound good?
Well, I'm going to have to talk to my husband about this.
You want to talk to your husband about your health?
Well, we do share bank accounts, and I just want to make sure that it's okay to spend that kind of money because it is in US pricing and not Canadian.
And that's totally fair. I understand that. One thing I can recommend, since you're here right now and your husband's not there, would you rather go home to your husband with a solution or would you rather go home to your husband with a problem? It's a lot easier to go home and say, honey, I'm going to get my health under control right now with this detox pack, rather than going home and saying, honey, can I borrow $200 so that I can buy something? What do you think?
Well, that's kind of true, actually.
It is. Solving the problem in advance is always the best way, in my opinion. So see, you're ready to buy it. So I think I know. So then we put it in the cart. I always have everything preloaded when I put it in the cart, and these guys are awesome at doing that too. If you put it in the cart first for them and you can show them, most of the time you're on Zoom, you're not just on a phone call, but sometimes you can be on a phone call and then of course they can't see what you have in the cart, but I preload the cart with the detox pack always. And when I'm at trade shows, I have like 9 tabs open with the detox pack in it so that I don't have to go in and find it every time. And they're sitting there looking at me like, oh, scrolling through, seeing prices, stuff like that. I want to recommend to them that they always start with the detox line. But some people, like our wonderful friend Corey there, what maybe they don't have enough money to afford the full pack. And that's okay. You can recommend starting with just Organix if that's something that they're open to getting going, or starting with just glutathione. Whatever it is that they're looking for is kind of how how you want to present it to them, because the more objections that you can overcome, the more confident they are to purchase what you have and remain a customer. Because it's going to take, sometimes people feel stuff in like 2, 3 days, but sometimes it takes 2, 3 weeks. If they're a healthy person, sometimes it can take 2 months. So if they're already healthy and they're cleaning out their pathways, we all know that they need to, but that doesn't mean they're going to feel it. It's like taking vitamin C. You don't always feel that you're getting better, but you are, because you just had a cold. So it all depends on kind of where you're going. I can't see the chat. Does anyone want to tell me if there's questions in the chat and I can answer them?
There are questions in the chat. Do you want me to start for you?
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Does anybody want to unmute themselves? Hang on a second. You know what? I'm just going to start with hang on. Before you guys unmute yourselves, let me go to the first question. That was amazing. Guys, come on. Can we get some like hearts here? This is freaking gold. Yeah? This is gold. Yes, absolutely. Can you share a typical mom group posting?
That was me.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can do that. I use chat for all of my posts. So I'll go in and say, create me a mom group post for the event that I'm going to. And most of the time it'll just be like, hey moms, I got something that I'm going to be doing in your area. Just wanted to welcome you all to come by and get a scan. Scans or whatever cost you guys do. I do $49 at shows. Everywhere else I do 99. But at trade shows, they like it when they see a X through it, like it was 99 and now it's 49. So that's what I do. And then you'll book a lot of appointments through moms groups, because everyone will respond, what is it? How do you do it? Does it hurt? Do you have to take my blood? Like all this stuff. And then you can respond to each one of them. And then that's how you book your appointment.
Carmen, do you want to ask your other question, Liv?
Sure. I'm on a phone too. I'm going to scroll back up. Okay, yeah, I guess typically we do markets, like we're doing lots of markets in BC. So trade shows don't have the Facebook groups, but what we are experiencing is that people don't understand the why. Why do they need a scan, and what is the value to them to get a scan today? We are starting to do pre-bookings at all of our markets, but that is really slow take up at the moment in BC. So I guess my question is more around like, we think what's missing is the education on the why people need a scan, and the organic customers that are coming by, like in your trade shows, how do you convert that? If you do have a spot, how do you convert them from somebody who's walking by to somebody who says, yeah, I want to scan right now, I'm willing to pay this much? And what do you tell them in terms of how much time it's going to take and what the potential cost is? Because a lot of people are saying like, well, like, what is the value to them? So what's your, how do you answer?
Right. Well, the value to them is they're getting a insight to their body. So they're knowing, they're going to, see the imbalances, all that kind of stuff. And most of people will be like, oh, that's super cool, because they already know what's wrong with them. They just don't want to be told that they know what's wrong with them. So that's the problem, but that's okay. So I'll go out, like obviously the pre-bookings, I had already talked to all those people, but when there's someone at the booth, I never sit in the booth. I always go outside of the booth and get people to come to me if I have an opening. So you walk up to them and be like, hey, have you ever heard of the biometric scanner? And everyone's like, no. And they always look at you like you're insane because you just walked up to them for whatever reason. You're like, okay, come here for 2 seconds. I'll show you real quick. Like, and be excited about it. Because if you don't, and you're like, oh, just come over here and sit down, they're like, no. So they just think you're the creepy lady that's chasing them around. So if that's okay too, if you want to do that, that could be your thing. But otherwise, just tell them, come over here. And then as soon as they walk over to the thing, they'll be like, oh, you're selling supplements or whatever. Be like, oh, no, don't worry about that. We'll deal with that afterwards. Right now, I just want you to see how your health is doing. Have a seat here. It's $49. We'll get you started. I'll just put this on your finger. It's non-invasive, doesn't hurt you whatsoever. And it only takes about 1 to 2 minutes to get scanning. So as soon as they sit down, they're committed. So you say, can you just fill out this intake form real quick? And then we'll get you going. And then you're in. It doesn't matter after that, because you already have them. As soon as they start seeing the little dude with the circles going around, they're like, oh my God. And then you've got them. So yeah, you just got to be really excited. If you're not excited, they're not going to be excited. That's what I find anyways. Or put on some sort of suit. That'll attract people too. I haven't personally done that, but I have one teammate that likes doing that, so you feel free.
I want a picture of that one actually. Carmen Love,
Absolutely.
do you feel complete? Do you have some more questions, babe?
Just one, yeah, and I don't mean to
Yes.
like take over the whole thing, but
No, go
we
ahead.
get the same question all the time, and I'm really struggling with this. We're trying to hone it in. What makes this product different or these products different than all the other products that claim to have say the same thing in this market? So we're trying to answer that.
What makes the products different? Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Yeah, like there's a lot of other products in the market that claim to do the exact same thing, that are
Oh.
methylated, that all of the same stuff. So how do you differentiate our products from everything else in the market?
So I don't usually do that. I say, yeah, there is a lot of great products on the market. You're absolutely right. What are you using right now? And then they'll ramble off a whole bunch of stuff that they're using. And I say, oh, wow. And I never insult a product. I always
Yeah.
say, oh, wow, that product is fantastic. But we have something over here that you can actually add to your regimen, which is going to either improve what you're already taking, or it's going to elevate something that you want to add later. So then at least you're not
Yeah, I'm not
insulting what
meeting.
they're doing.
Just a sec.
Hey, I'm just gonna come right now. I'll be there at 5:45.
There we go. So yeah, that's usually how I overcome that objection, is just it kind of steering away from them asking you what makes yours better. Because in all honesty, there's lots of good products out there. I obviously prefer ours because it's ours, but price point is another one to talk about. Some people say, oh, I got such and such off of Amazon. And you're like, oh, dear Lord, when you start talking about it, but you also can't insult it. So you have to say, oh, that's great that you're starting to get stuff off Amazon. Have you ever looked at what's in those ingredients? And then they'll be like, oh, no, I never look at that. And I'll be like, well, I definitely encourage you to go home and have a look at that. Send me a picture, baby, and we can compare the ingredients in there. And then if you're ready to order after that, we can definitely do that for you. So just kind of keep it simple. It's a lot easier that way. Did I lose everybody?
No, I'm still here. I
Oh,
can
there
see
we go.
there.
Okay. It's like, where'd everybody go? This is not
Carmen,
working.
do you feel complete, love? Just give me a thumbs up. You look like Marilyn Monroe in the wind right now, babe. That was beautiful, guys. These are gold nuggets. The next that hey Dee, do you want to come off mute, babe? Do you want to ask your questions? Because I know you have someone in the chat here, but you can ask them personally.
I do. I'm not doing a trade show so much, but I am going to my hometown, and I currently have a list of 30 people that want to book over a few days. So you said that you have people that are like 15-minute appointments. Are you only going over the composite report in those appointments? Because like I'm giving myself right now, I'm looking at an hour because I've never done a crazy scan day like that before. And I'm gonna bring my second laptop, I'll bring my scan laptop and my personal laptop. And I've also never had where I've had someone sitting there and had like the shopping cart. That's another thing that I guess this is kind of a two-part question. The composite report, and then also the thing I'm kind of struggling is whether to have someone as a retail customer, as a preferred customer, or as an affiliate. And I know Madison says you kind of lead with your heart on that, but my heart feels a little confused because there's a lot going on right now. So I guess those are my questions that I'm.
No, fair enough. Those are great questions. But always, in my opinion, anyways, put everyone as a customer unless you think they're going to build the business. So unless it's like grandma, then of course you can put her as a preferred customer or whatever, because they're really, but really a preferred customer is just an affiliate who hasn't hit a rank yet. So there's like, don't give someone a discount because you feel bad for them. You're doing them a service by doing that. So make sure that you put them as a customer so that you get paid the influencer bonus, you get paid the retail bonuses, you get paid all of that stuff because you're out there doing the work. There's no reason why you shouldn't get paid for it. So, and as for your hour of appointment, if that's what you feel comfortable with, I'm not going to tell you to shorten that, but I go in, I to do the scan, which is 1 minute, take the thing off their finger. I say, okay, so do you have any health concerns that you want to tell me about right now? And they'll be like, oh, whatever, I'm super healthy, or I have a heart problem, or whatever it is. I go, okay, we're just going to touch base on a couple of these markers. I click on 2 of them. I say, this is what it looks like, and show them how to read the scan. So I say, you know, blue is the whatever, green, and go through that with them. And then I scroll down to the bottom and I say, don't worry, it's not that you don't have to know everything. Everything is explained for you in the boxes below. And so then they know that. Then I go straight to the compository report. I already know that I'm gonna recommend the detox line for most people anyways, when they're first starting. So I have that already preloaded, as I said, in the screens on my laptop. So I can just click on one of them, and then when that person orders, you close it. You're already done with that one. So, and always do them in incognito mode, because if you don't do them in incognito mode, the system shop will, as soon as you do the next one with the same link, it will load that person under the last person that you just did. So that person will have a customer if you're doing them back to back. So go into incognito mode and do it that way, because no, it doesn't, it works fantastic, and you never ever have an issue, and you don't have to call people later and say, oh, I'm sorry. You know, we had Ingrid go under Sam, and I'm going to have to move you over here and get you on the phone with customer service. And it's just a pain in the butt. So if you do it in, sorry.
Is it possible, are you able to do like a little, like at another time when you have a minute to show even just a little quick video and post it in the chat thing? Because I don't know what you mean by incognito mode.
Oh, okay. So incognito mode is just on your laptop if you're using that. I use my phone for pretty much everything other than the scans. So I have all the tabs open on my phone. So it with everything in there is just private mode. That's what it is. So if you just click on the private mode, it's there. And on a laptop, it's at the top. You'll right click where the little plus thing is on the right hand corner, and then it will open up, and it will say private if you're on like I don't know what mine is, Samsung, I don't know, whatever my laptop is, whatever, it'll open and say private, or it'll say incognito, and so you just click on that and you're good to go.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Of course. And I can try and do a screen share. I have no idea how to do that, but I can figure it out and post it in there later. As I said, techie, not the best.
Dee, we got you, girl.
Screen share is at the bottom. Screen share is at the bottom of your page where it says participants and chat and then share.
Oh, that's on Zoom. Yeah, I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Thank you. Madison, do you still have your question, babe? You were next. How are you preloading it? How do you send it to them since hi, baby.
I can just ask it because I didn't really write it that good. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm speaking through my earbud.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, well, I know how you do it in person, but when you're talking with someone over Zoom and you're showing them and you're preloading to show them the products in the cart, how are you sending then that to them after?
I don't. I do the screen share like on Zoom with them. I'm doing it the same way as we're talking right now, but they're looking at my screen.
Okay, so it's not preloaded for them. Like they would then just have to, you know, you'd send them the shopping link and they just add those ones to cart.
I would just send the detox link directly.
Now that we had the pre-bundles. Now that we had the bundles,
Perfect.
It's like,
yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just double checking because I was like, did you find a way to somehow send a link to a cart?
Well, you actually can do
having custom carts.
You can do a custom cart if you copy your shop link and put it in the browser and then add the name of whatever pack you want at the back. It will create a custom cart for you and send it.
Wait,
but
what?
not like only with the pack, only if it's already
only
a bundle,
with the pack.
right?
Yeah,
not
that's
if,
right.
Not if you're like, oh, I want nitro, I want B daily, I want this and that.
That's right.
Okay, gotcha. I was just confirming, but otherwise, no, I'm good. And Christy, you're amazing. I've loved being on the panel with you. Thank you so much for sharing this insight. I think it's absolutely invaluable, and it's going to help so many people.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. Does anyone else have a question?
Emily actually asked you, how do you have 9 tabs open if it's a new client that has not registered yet?
Because that's how they register. You just open up your shop link and you add the detox line to the cart. That's it, nothing else. And then you have all the tabs open. It doesn't have to be
What,
9. That's just what I do.
no,
You
no,
can
I'm
do
just, I'm
2.
just saying, because you said 9, but it's,
Yeah.
you open 9 tabs with your user?
With your shop link.
Oh, with the
Because
shop. Okay, I get
yeah,
it.
because
Okay,
you haven't enrolled them yet. So everybody
yeah.
you're opening with the shop link anyways. So you just have all the shop links open already. So when you
Ah,
go in, there's no them thinking themselves out of buying from you because
oh,
it's so fast that they're ready to go. You can answer all the questions you want, but someone's usually waiting at your table, especially at trade shows, for the next appointment. So people understand the urgency of getting their stuff in, getting it paid for, and getting out. It's the same as
all
any
right, I
other
get it.
booth. Yeah,
Yeah, shop link. That's great. Thank you.
you bet.
Willie asked, what if they say they want to finish taking what they already have first?
Absolutely. They can finish taking what they already have first. It usually takes in between 5 and 10 business days to get to you anyways. So by the time you receive it, then you'll be all set for the next month when you're ready to start. No reason why you have to wait. There's always something you can overcome the objection. There's no objection, like unless someone dies, that they can't buy what you have or don't want to buy what you have if you explain why they should have it. In my opinion, anyways.
Laura asked, how are people making posters for markets or trade shows?
In chat. Chat's your best friend because you can tell chat to do whatever you want and it will do it for you. So you just get whatever the event information is, and then you get the times, the date, a picture of yourself, and then the scanner if you want to add the scanner in there, and then just put a little bit of blurb. We give you a 120 plus page report that tells you all the imbalances in your body. So put something like that on a poster, post it with a little blurb above it, and you're good to go.
So you need a printer?
No, this is online. I don't print anything physically other than the intake forms.
Yeah, but if you're at a trade show or market, you have a table.
Yeah.
You have a poster thing?
No, I have a banner. I have banners at mine. So I've got them made. My sister-in-law owns a thing, so that's where I
Oh,
go to get
that's
mine made.
convenient.
Yeah, so I get banners made there, but you can go to Staples or order them from
I don't have anything like that in the Kootenays.
I have no idea. You'd have to drive in then and get it done. But yeah, you like anywhere like Staples, you can get banners and posters and cards and everything like that made. I can't remember what the one is that delivers everywhere, but whatever one that is. Yeah, Vistaprint, that one. You can get that delivered anywhere.
You can even do that on Temu now.
Yeah, there you
Yourself
go.
a lot of money if you want something. I mean, we Barb Blue, man, she has it all on Temu, man. Send her a message. She'll help you out with that one. But yeah, Vistaprint.
Barb who? Okay,
Barb
what's
Blue.
that?
Barb. But honestly, just go on to Vistaprint.
Absolutely.
Apparently Staples does it online too. So you can have it delivered right to your door, babe.
Staples is more expensive though than Vistaprint.
Yeah, probably are.
You
Yeah.
guys if you guys want, V Global just puts the Christy setup. Click on that Facebook link and you guys can see how Christy is setting up her markets. That would be really great. We want to respect everybody's time here. Does anybody else have, like, guys, this was gold. If you guys found complete value in here, just drop me the biggest love that you can, because this was absolute gold. I took literally 2 pages of notes here, so.
Oh, thank you everyone for being on too. I really appreciate everyone that showed up for yourselves, showed up for us, and that is awesome. I guess we will close it out then if nobody else has any questions. And if you guys need me for anything, you can always message me. I'm happy to help anyone. You don't have to be on my team. I'm totally happy to help. Other than that, I will see you guys next Monday or tomorrow on AM Power. So
Hey, Sarah. Sarah, sorry to interrupt, Christy. I apologize. I was late. Sarah, is this recorded? Like,
Yes,
is this
ma'am.
something
We're
you...
gonna get it. We'll get it on the channel, my love.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm sorry for being late.
all good.
All right, everyone. Well, let's keep this momentum going. Let's keep showing up together, and we're going to continue to have wonderful Canadian leaders from all over coming together so we can learn from one another. Wonderful testimonials too. So we'll see you next week. We're trying out different dates too, because the whole point is bringing the most amount of people on. So whether it's a Monday or a Tuesday, we're testing out the waters, because it's not like, well, we have to have it on this date. It's literally, we want to get the most amount of people on. That is the whole point. So we're just going to test it out, and we're going to build something beautiful together. So I honor you all. Gratitude. Thank you, Christy, again for your excellence and just the impact that you make, sweetheart.
You bet. Thanks, Sarah. We appreciate you as well.
Gratitude. All right,
Thanks,
everybody. Have a
guys.
wonderful evening.
Bye,
Ciao.
everyone.